This morning, we're going to do all sorts of twists. Standing twist, lunging twist. We're going to wring you out like a washcloth. So get ready to twist, and we're going to have a great practice. Okay, so we're going to start today. We're going to do a lot of forward bending and twisting for the lower body today. So you'll feel quite a bit of work in your hips and your low back, your hamstrings and your legs. So why don't you go ahead and just start by lying down onto the floor. Come onto your back. And just start with your body flat on the floor, your palms facing up with your hands just slightly away from your body. Keep your knees bent and your feet flat. And let's just begin by bringing your big toes to touch. And then gently drawing your knees into your chest, placing right hand on the right knee, left hand on the left knee. And just begin with an exhalation, compressing your abdomen with your thighs, taking your knees into your chest, and an inhalation where you let the feet float up to the sky, arms overhead. Exhale, gently expel the breath from the body, drawing the knees into the chest. Inhale, arms up, legs up, body in an L shape. And just keep alternating between knees to chest and legs in the air. In yoga, we call the knees to chest asana for the apana region. And we call the legs in the air pose Urdhva Prasrita Padasana. So just a few more times back and forth, warming up your low back, your hips, and your hamstrings in preparation for the harder poses that we'll be doing today. This last time, just draw your knees into your chest, hold them there, and breathe. Pressing your low back down into the floor, letting your shoulders, your face, and your jaw soften. And then slowly letting both feet come to the floor with the big toes touching. Again, just let your arms rest at the sides of your body. Exhale, drop both knees to the left. Turn your head to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Then exhale, drop both knees to the right. Turn your head to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Each time you come back to center, your big toes will be touching again. Exhale, twist, gently engage your lower abdomen on the exhalation. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, twist, gently engage your lower abdomen. Inhale, back to center. A few more times on your own. Start to time your breath and your movement so that your exhalation lasts the entire twist and your inhalation lasts the entire way back to center. And your exhalation lasts the entire twist, and your inhalation lasts the entire time back to center. This last time, drop your knees to the left, turn your head to the right, and just hold the pose. Relax your body into this. Breathe all the way down into the right side of your waist. Can you breathe so deeply that you almost feel the whole right side of your body and right side of your waist expanding on the inhalation? And then relaxing the right side of the body on the exhalation. Each breath expands and contracts. On your next inhalation, come back up to center. Make sure you're centered in the middle of your mat before you exhale. Both knees to the right, turn your head to the left, and once again, inhale, 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 inhale. Filling up the left side of your body. Exhaling, letting it go slowly. Couple more times, just following your breath in and out of your body like a wave. Good. On your next inhalation, come back to center. Coming back to the center of your mat, looking up. All right, big toes are still touching, but now you take your right ankle on top of your left thigh and just let your right knee angle off to the side and very gently rock from right to left. You might start with 6 or 8 inches to the right and 6 to 8 inches to the left. And then as your right hip starts to soften and open, you might make the movement a little bit larger, meaning take the sole of the right foot towards the floor, and then as you cross back over, take the top of the right knee towards the floor. Every time you twist across your body, exhale, gently engage the abdomen. Every time you come back to center and open your knee up to the right side, you're going to inhale. So just work with your breath, exhaling as you go into the twist, inhaling as you open up out to the side. One more time. What sensations do you feel in your right hip? For those of you that are athletes, it's kind of probably a little bit tight there. Let's switch sides. Bring both feet flat on the mat with the big toes touching. This time taking the left ankle on the right knee. And if you have any left hip pain, you don't have to drop the knee open quite as far. Wherever the knee lands is just fine to accommodate your hip. Again, exhaling. This time, as you go to the right, you go into a twist. Inhaling, opening the knee up out to the side. Big inhale. 6 to 8 inches the first few times, and then moving closer to 12 or 18 inches as your hips and low back start to soften this morning. Always engaging the abdomen as you twist in, and then really filling up the body with breath as you open your knee to the left. Just a couple more times. And really tune in to how this hip feels similarly or different than the right hip. One of the beautiful things about yoga is that we can start to understand where we hold our tension, how we hold our tension, on the right side or the left side, the neck or the low back. It all becomes very clear once you start doing a regular yoga practice. Good. All right, come back to center. Bring both feet back on the mat. Big toes touching. And then interlace your fingers. Press your palms away from you towards the sky. And just let the arms float up overhead. Inhale. Both knees open into a reclined cobbler pose. Exhale. Engage the abdomen. Suck it in. Close your knees. Inhale. Open the knees. Big breath in, all the way down to the belly button. And exhale, close the knees, gently tuck the belly in. Just keep alternating, opening and closing. You could even imagine the wings of a butterfly, slowly opening to the sunlight. Big breath in. And then slowly closing. Easy breath out. Just do that a few more times. Working to open up the hips, getting them ready for some more complex postures that we'll be doing later in the practice. Remember that everything we do has a reason. It's preparing you for what you're going to do when we get to the harder parts of our practice. Last time, just to open the knees up. Continue to breathe long, slow, steady breaths. Inhaling like a wave from the nose, past the chest, into the rib cage. Lower belly expands. And then exhale from the lower belly, empty the rib cage, empty the chest, empty the nose. 2 more breaths. with that wave-like quality. Make this your last breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, slowly close the knees together and let the hands come down to the belly. Unlock them, shake out your wrists a little bit. And just let your arms rest down to the sides of the body. When you feel ready, please roll over onto one side. Take your time rolling over. And then as you feel ready, go ahead and come up to hands and knees. Placing the knees under the hips, placing the hands under the shoulders. Just going first with a neutral spine, nice flat back. And we'll start with some cat and cow pose. Exhale. Lift the upper back. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin, lift the tailbone. And the whole purpose of cat and cow is for you to explore where it is on your spine that you're holding tension this morning. Is it in the low back, on the right side? Is there a little knife between your shoulder blades? Is there pain on either side of the neck? This is just a check-in to see where it is that you're holding your stress today. So just take your time working in and out, exploring your own body. Two more times. And this last time, you can just finish after your exhalation, your cat pose. You can come back to a neutral spine and walk your hands one hand length in front. And we're just going to do a half child's pose where you bring your hips halfway down, not all the way down to your heels. You exhale. Inhale. Keep your hands where they are. Tuck your toes under. And exhale into downward facing dog. So go ahead and join me when you're ready. Inhale to hands and knees. Exhale halfway back. Child's pose. Forehead to the floor. Inhale, table. Tuck your toes under. Exhale, push back. Just slowly work your way in and out of child's pose. On the exhalation, table on the inhalation, down dog on the exhalation, table on the inhalation. Take your time. Warming up the shoulders, the upper back, as well as the hips and the hamstrings. This next time, come to your first downward facing dog and just start to walk your heels out one at a time, bending the opposite knee, pushing the heel down. As you exhale, start to push your weight back towards your heels. Beautiful. When you're ready, come into your first plank. Now, as you hold plank, it's all about the abdomen, so pull your abdomen in. If it's too much to have your knees off the floor, go ahead and put your knees on the floor. We don't want your booty up like this. We do want a nice flat body. So just hold your first plank this morning. And then lower yourself down. Exhale all the way down to the floor. Inhale, push back up into your plank, knees on or off the floor. Tuck your toes under. And exhale all the way back to downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. Just feeling your arms starting to activate a little bit. When you're ready, drop to your knees, push into child's pose, and just rest for a moment in child's pose, letting your hips sink down onto your heels. When you're ready, come back up. This time, come onto your forearms, interlace your fingers, make a little triangle, seeing your elbows right under your shoulders, and see if you can't come into another type of plank. I always like to give options in case the first type of plank is too tough on your wrists. You could always come here. Again, knees can be on the floor as long as you're pulling your belly in slightly and engaging those core muscles, and you're not sticking your booty in the air or sagging down. Still try to work the core of your body as you hold the pose. When you're ready, slowly lower yourself down, press your hands next to your shoulders, and back to child's pose. And you feel ready, just lift your heart up and go ahead and tuck your toes under and start to walk your feet towards your hands. For the first time this morning, coming into a standing forward bend. If you'd like to, you can keep your legs straight and get into the hamstrings. If you want to release the hamstrings a little bit, just bend your knees and put your elbows on your thighs. Tuck your chin, let the back of your neck be long. And then as you're ready, just slide your hands up your legs, coming up into standing mountain pose. You feeling okay? All right, let's grab a strap. Please grab a strap. Hold your strap in half so it doesn't fly all over the place. And just grab onto your strap with your hands a little bit wider than shoulder width distance apart. Standing with your big toes touching, let's warm up your shoulders and your upper back and your neck. Just inhale the arms up, big open heart. Exhale, bend the elbows, bring the strap behind you. Inhale up, look up, big open heart. Exhale, lower the strap down, tuck your chin. Again, inhale up. Exhale, gently pull the belly in. Inhale up. Look up. Exhale, tuck your chin, let your upper back relax. Just do that a few more times, going at the pace of your breath. So if your breath is a little faster, your movements will be a little faster. If your breath is a little slower, your movements will be a little slower. If it's too much on your shoulders, bring your hands a little wider and see if that doesn't give a little more space in your upper back and neck. This should feel good. We don't want you to feel like your arms are falling off. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. When you come back to the inhalation, let's do some lateral stretches. Exhale, lateral to one side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, lateral to the other side. Inhale, back to center. Just take your time. Stretching out those little intercostal muscles between each one of your ribs. Every time you go over into the lateral bend, just gently engage your lower abdomen. Pull it in just a little bit to support your low back. And then inhale when you come up, fill up your chest. Beautiful. Last one. Bring your strap out in front. I know your arms are getting tired. It's okay. Exhale, twist through the upper back. So keep your hips facing forward. Only twist in the upper back. Come back to center. Exhale. See how my hips are facing forward and I'm twisting in the upper back? Come back to center. So keep twisting on the exhalation. Coming back to center on the inhalation. And when you twist in, you're going to just engage your abdomen a little bit from about your belly button on down, just a little gentle pulling in as you exhale each time. Good, last one. Notice if it's harder to turn to one side than the other. Beautiful. Release that. Just roll your shoulders out, roll your neck out. Check in with your body, and then you can just toss your strap to the side. All right, so let's start with some half sun salutations. You're going to come to the very top of your yoga mat and stand with your big toes touching, arms down at the sides. Roll your shoulders back, open up your heart a little bit, stand nice and tall, like you're proud and confident and happy. Take a big breath in and exhale it all out through the nose. Inhale, arms go out to the sides, reach up, arch back. And then swan dive slowly forward as you exhale down, tuck your chin. Inhale, slide your fingertips up your shins to your kneecaps, look up. And then exhale, slide the fingertips back down, tuck your chin. If you want, you can bend your knees a little bit as you come all the way up, reach up, arch back. Exhale back to Samastiti, standing comfortably. Let's do that again. Inhale up. Exhale down. Slide your fingertips, use your spinal muscles to come up. And then exhale back down, tucking your chin. Inhale, arms out, and up, and back. Exhale, mountain. I'd like you to do that about 4 more times at the pace of your breath. So if your breath is slower than mine, your movements will be slower, and you'll probably only get through 3 half sun salutations. If your breath is faster, you're going to move faster, and you might do as many as 5 sun salutations. The idea is that you have enough concentration and focus to actually time your breath and movement perfectly. So it's 1 inhalation takes you up, 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 and 1 exhalation, if you do it slowly enough, takes you down. Now, half sun salutations are warming up your hamstrings, your low back, your hips, your spine. So make this your last one, and just come back to standing mountain pose and check in with yourself. Close your eyes for a moment. Find a place of stillness. What do you feel in your breath? What do you feel in your mind? What do you feel in your body in this present moment? Good. All right, let's come for full sun salutations. Most of you are already at the top of your mat. So again, just big toes touching, hands down at the sides of the body, shoulders rolled back. Inhale, let the arms float up, arching your thoracic spine. Exhale, fold and gently draw your belly in. Tuck your chin. Let's step the right foot back and just turn it out to the side. Come on up. Now, the further you have your feet apart, maybe one to the right side of the mat, one to the left side of the mat, your balance movement's going to be really wide. It's going to be easier to hold your balance. The more you line yourself up heel to heel, it's like you're on a little skinny balance beam, right? So you can decide how wide you want your feet. Make sure your left knee and your left toe are both going in the same direction. Let's just put your hands on your hips and kind of roll your shoulders back and really work in the front quadricep and psoas muscle. Just come down and back up. Okay? So just warming up the quads. Exhale. Pull the belly in. Inhale. Exhale. Make sure your left knee and your left toe are both going in the same direction. Exhale. And really feel all these Beautiful 4 muscles that make up the quadricep on the left leg. One of the things I want you to get in touch with as you do your practice is all these different muscle groups, and what a miracle your body actually is. Good. So come on down, bend that knee. Come into down dog or dolphin. You decide. If your wrists are tender today, you can come onto your forearms and come into dolphin pose. If you're up for a downward facing dog, just come in and see if you can hold this for 4 to 6 breaths. Knowing that anytime you need a break, you can always gently drop to your knees and come to a child's pose. Follow your breath from your nose all the way down into the bottom of your lungs, and then exhaling from the bottom, empty out through the nose. Count off each breath. Be very present. Good. Last breath here. And then when you're ready, you can look in front of your hands. Some people like to drop to their knees to step forward. Other people just like to step forward. Bring the foot all the way up between the hands. If it doesn't quite get there, use your own hand to move it right in between. Again, turn the left foot out. Decide how far apart you want your feet for balance. Hands on the hips, heart is open. Exhale. Track your right knees and the right toes. Inhale. Now we're getting into the left thigh. The left quadricep is getting a stretch. The left hip flexor is getting a stretch. And the right thigh, or 4 parts of the quadricep on this side, are doing all the work. A couple more times. Exhaling as you bend the knee. Inhaling, coming up. Last one. Good. Keep the knee bent. Just bring the fingertips to the floor. Tuck your tail. Step your left foot forward. Come into your first standing forward bend, and let's just hold here for a minute. Tuck your chin, let your neck be long. Exhaling, letting all the breath out. If you need a little break on your hamstrings, you can always bend your knees a little bit. And then inhale, work the arms high, reach up, arch back. Exhale, hands down to the sides. And let's just do a little check-in here. Again, just stand in mountain pose. Close your eyes. Check in with your body. What do you feel? Making sure you're not pushing too hard today. Check in with your breath. Is it still long and slow and smooth? If it isn't, lie down on the floor. Take a break. You don't have to push, push, push. Good. Let's go to the other side. Big toes touching. Arms down at the sides, heart open. Inhale up. Exhale, fold it down. Step your left foot back this time. Turn it flat, turn it out to the side. And just come up into your first warrior pose. Let's go into goalpost arms. Squeezing the back of the body, lifting the front of the body. Only bend this right knee as far as it's so comfortable that you're not crunching in the low back. So if you need to have it a little straighter, you can. If you're able to bend it a little more, just make sure you don't feel it back here. All right, from here, let's go to plank. Now again, you can come out to plank on your hands. You can come into plank on your forearms. You can have your knees off the floor. You can have your knees on the floor. Just don't let your booty stick up or your belly sag down. We really want a nice flat body that you're allowing yourself to engage with the abdominals. Slowly exhale all the way down. Inhale, push back up. And then go back to dolphin or downward facing dog, depending on if you want to be on your hands or your forearms. And just hold your down dog or your dolphin for a nice, long, slow breath here. When it gets kind of jagged in the breathing, come to child's pose and rest. Listen to your body. When you're ready, look up. Again, if you want, you can drop to your knees to step forward, or use your hand to get the foot all the way up there. If you can use your abs and just step right through, go for it. Come up, turn your right foot out. Find your balance here. When you're ready, inhale, bend the elbows into goal pose, bend that front knee, hold it here in warrior one. Try to take a big, deep breath and broaden across the front of the chest. Only bend your knee as far as you're not feeling crunching in your low back. If you need to come out a little bit, go for it. Is your breath long and slow and smooth? Beautiful. On the next exhalation, hands come down like cones. Step the right foot forward. Tuck the chin. Hold it here. If you want to work into your hamstrings, straighten your legs. If you want to take a little off your hamstrings, you can bend your knees, and that's going to get into your low back a little more. On your next inhalation, reach up, arch back, and exhale down. Check in. Every time we go through a sun salutation, I just want you to check in briefly. How does your breath feel? How does your body feel? How does your mind feel? These three things are very, very connected. Body, breath, and mind. By the end of the practice, we want all three to be at a place of stillness. All right, let's do some more sun salutations. Top of your mat, your toes touching, heart open. Inhale up. Exhale, fold it forward and down. Step your right foot back, turn it out. This time, go ahead and bring your hands behind your low back. Again, open your chest in the front of your body. Let's go halfway down. Exhale, halfway down and hold. So your torso and your head are parallel to the floor. You're holding the pose and breathing. If you need to put a little bend in your left knee, you can, but the true expression of the pose is to have a straight leg. Hold it here. You might start to feel a little heat generating in your body. Good. And then just gently bring your hands to the floor on either side of your left foot. Come into your down dog, or your child's pose, or your dolphin. You can always switch it up each time if you want to do something a little different. Get some different angles going. From down dog or dolphin, you can come into a plank. If you're in dolphin, you just have to step your feet back to find your plank. If you're in down dog, you shouldn't have to move hands or feet to come into your plank. If you'd like to do some slow push-ups, you can do that. Go ahead. If you're tired and you need to take a little break, you can do that. Go ahead. Whatever you need to do to get your breath smooth and long and slow. On your next exhalation, push back to down dog or to dolphin or to child's pose. Anytime you need a break, just come into child's pose and stay there for as long as you like. Good. When you're ready, again, step your left foot forward. Get it all the way up into doing your hands. Turn your right foot flat out to the side, coming up. Bring your hands to your low back, expanding the front of your body, and then exhale halfway down so that your whole spine and neck is parallel to the floor. Just holding it here. Continuing to breathe. If you need to put a little bend in your left knee, feel free. Can you smooth out your breath in this position? Good. As you feel ready, just let the hands drop to the floor, bend your left knee, push off your right toes, step into a forward bend, hold it here for a breath or two. Nice, deep breathing. And then as you're ready, inhale up, arch back, and come to mountain pose. Once again, check in with yourself. Are you sweating? Have you generated some heat? Is your breath still long and slow and smooth, I hope? Good. All right. Let's take your blocks and let's put them about 1/3 of the way up the mat. You may or may not use them, but we'll see. We'll check it out. And then come to the back of your mat with your big toes touching. Turn your right foot out to the side. Step your left foot forward towards your blocks. And don't force your hips and your shoulders to the short edge of the mat, but just know that they're kind of moving in that direction. Keeping both legs very straight. Inhale, both arms up. Keeping your spine straight. Come in and hold right here. One-legged forward bend. We call this Partial Uttanasana. Try to keep both legs straight, both heels pushing into the floor. If possible, if you need to bend that front knee, you can. And just exhale into the pose. Let the chest start to sink down towards the thigh. If you want to make your blocks go to a lower level or get rid of them altogether, you can. In yoga, we always try to keep you at about 70% of your maximum, so you're working hard, but you're not overworking. All right, watch me. We're just going to bend the front knee, move the blocks forward, and come up into a standing split. Come up into a standing split. Try to keep your right leg parallel to the floor. Lift your spine a little bit. Don't collapse down towards your leg. Hold it here and breathe. Nice, long, steady breaths. Beautiful. As you feel ready, bend your left knee, tap your right foot down, move your blocks back on either side of your feet. Now, if you need to bend the front knee to come up, feel free to do that. Otherwise, a straight left leg. Just inhale, come up, and exhale down. Beautiful. Can you step back with one step? Good, I like it. All right, again, big toes touching. This time the left toe floats out, the right foot steps forward. Again, not forcing your body to the short edge of your mat, but just kind of moving it in that direction. Right knee and right toe are going in the same direction. Left knee and left toe are going in the same direction. Straight legs, straight back, straight arms. Inhale up. Exhale, come on down. You may find this side is totally different. Many of you right-handers that do a lot of driving, the back of your right leg is very, very tight. If you need to bend your right knee a little bit to soften the pose, you can do that. But if you feel like you can straighten the legs and still stay at 70% of your max, please do. Push both heels down into the floor and let your chest and your nose start to float down towards your right leg without pushing. Keep breathing long, slow, steady breaths. As you feel ready, bend the right knee, move your blocks forward a bit. Come up into standing split. See if you can keep your sacrum flat. Try not to turn this left hip open. Try to turn the left hip down and just keep your whole lower back flat. So you're really coming into your hamstring and the outside of your right hip. Hold it here and breathe. Left leg is parallel to the floor. Right leg is straight if you can. But don't push so hard that you injure your hamstring. You could bend that front knee a little bit. When you're ready to come out, definitely bend the right knee, tap the left foot down, move the blocks back, get stable again. If you can, keep your legs straight. Inhale up. Exhale. Step back, one step. Whew. Did you guys feel that on the backs of your legs? I did. All right, let's do something a little different. Let's take your two blocks, and I'd like you to put one in between your knees, just kind of above your knees where your inner thighs can grab it. And then walk your feet close enough together so that you're actually squeezing it and using these little inner thigh muscles. We call them your adductors, okay?
So keep that block squeezing the whole time with your legs. Take your other block, place your hands around it, and inhale up. Now we're going to sit down into a chair pose and lower the block. Squeeze the one between your knees. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. Now pull your belly in, drop your tailbone a little bit. Just keep moving in and out at your own pace. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Now we come in and we hold. So when you come down, hold it here. Bring your weight to your heels. Bring your weight to your heels. Try to keep your arms straight. It's almost summertime. You're all going to be wearing shorts soon. So this is a great little strengthener for the thighs and the hips and the low back. Beautiful. Inhale up. And exhale down. Working the tension out of the shoulders and the neck. Good. All right, take your block, one in each hand. Come to the back of your mat, and why don't you face each other to the center of the room? Those of you who are right down the middle, I don't care which way you face. But basically, right now you're like this. I want you to turn like this towards one another. It's a yoga community. We actually have to look at each other. All right, so with your big toes touching at the back of your mat, just take one great big step open. Take one great big step open. And I want you to keep your toes facing straight forward to begin. Exhale all the breath out. Inhale the arms up to a T. I like to have my palms up. You can kind of decide. That just gives me a little more space in my shoulders and my neck. Let's go exhaling to one side. I don't care which side. Inhaling back to center. Exhaling to the other side. Inhaling back to center. Now, if you're really open, you might be able to slide that block closer to the floor than I am. Again, I like to go at 70% so I don't get injured. And 70% of your max is about where you can really breathe deep, smooth, slow breaths. So just a couple more times to each side. Take your time, there's no hurry. Noticing the difference between the right side of your body and the left side of your body. Which one's tighter? One more time to each side. Exhaling as you go in. Inhaling as you come out. Exhaling as you go in. Inhaling as you come out. Good. Now, take your blocks again. I'm just doing this for fun, just for something a little different. Take your blocks and exhale, twist. Bring right block to your left shoulder, left block behind your back. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Pull your belly in gently. Inhale, center. Just a few more times, again, coordinating your breath and your movement. There's no hurry. One more time to each side. Sometimes with beginners, we just like to use props to kind of keep them paying attention. So, all right, now we've got the blocks in our hands and we are fully ready for your queen pose or your king pose, the pose that we've been working up to all day. So just take your right block, place it outside your left pinky toe. You can either take your left hand behind your back or you can extend your left hand to the sky. Come into this triangle twist and breathe. For a lot of you, this is a difficult posture to still maintain the breathing. One more breath in, one more breath out, and come up. Beautiful. Other side. Exhale, twist. Bring the right hand to the sky.
Left hand to the block on the floor. If you can move the block outside your pinky toe, go for it. If that's too much, bring the block inside your big toe. You decide. Right hand can go behind the back or up to the sky, and you breathe. Finish your last exhalation here. Inhale, come up. Blocks overhead, touch. And exhale all the way forward into a standing forward bend. Fingertips can touch the block, tuck your chin. Let the crown of your head dangle to the floor. If your low back and hips and hamstrings are a little tender, just gently move from side to side to release whatever it is that's tight in the back of your body. If it feels good, you can just keep your legs straight and stay still in the forward bend. Can you feel your breath moving down into your belly? Good. When you feel ready, go ahead and place your hands on your thighs. Close yourself up. Good. Step your right foot back to your left. All right, let's do one more standing pose today, a little standing balancing pose. Some people like to step off of their mat in order to do this one. Some people like to be on their mat. You can decide what works for you. All right, I think we did this the other day together, so we'll just do it one more time. You should know this one. You're going to inhale, arms up. Go ahead and join me. You've done this before. Exhale, hands to a T, left knee lifts. Inhale, left knee opens. Exhale, left knee closes. Inhale, arms up. Foot is still up, and exhale, foot and hands come down. Let's do that again. Inhale up, reach. Exhale, arms to a T. Lift the right knee. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, keep that right knee lifted, arms up. Exhale, lower down. You're going to go back to your left knee. Do it at your own pace, with your own breathing pattern. It's really helpful to have one spot on the floor that you keep your eyes on and do not take your eyes off of it. Make sure each movement is coordinated with breath. And in yoga, we inhale when the body expands. We exhale when the body contracts. We inhale when the body expands. We exhale when it contracts. We inhale when it expands. We exhale when it contracts. Okay? Last set on your own. Focus. Last side. Last downward facing dog of the day. 6 breaths. Make your way into the pose. If you'd rather go to child's pose, feel free. Six breaths, either down dog, dolphin, or child's pose. Again, just balancing out the two sides of the body. We just did some asymmetrical work. Now we're back to symmetry. The right and the left side of the body doing the exact same thing. Good. As you're ready, gently come to your knees. Slowly push back into half child's pose if your knees are tender, or full child's pose, allowing your hips to sink down onto your heels if that feels good. And very slowly, just make your way all the way onto your back. I'd just like you to take a few minutes here to rest. Take a few minutes here to rest. Come all the way down. If it feels good, you can draw your knees into your chest momentarily. Maybe rocking from side to side. And then make your way. Lie down, feet apart, palms up. We're not done with the class. We're just taking a little mini break once again to check in with your body. Is there any part of your body that feels overworked? For a lot of you, you might be feeling your hamstrings zinging a little bit, or your low back. And then just check in with your breath. Long, slow, smooth inhalations. And easy exhalations. Letting your body melt down into the floor. Letting go and surrendering. Just take a few breaths in the still position. If your neck is tight, just slowly roll your head across the back of it from side to side, releasing your neck. Come back to center and just take one more deep inhalation and slow exhalation. And gently bend one knee at a time, bringing both feet flat to the floor. Bring your arms out to a T position. This time, if it's comfortable, place your hands or your palms down. If that's uncomfortable on your shoulders, you can have your palms up. Let's exhale the right knee into the chest. Inhale, the right foot goes straight up to the sky. Exhale, bring the right foot all the way over to the left fingertips. Inhale, right leg goes up to the sky. Exhale, right knee tucks into the chest. Inhale, right foot comes to the floor, knee bent. We'll do the same thing with the left leg. Exhale, gently engage the lower abdomen as you bring the knee in. Inhale as you straighten the leg to the ceiling. Exhale, twist over. Left toes to right fingertips. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, bend the left knee, take it into the chest. Inhale, left foot on the floor. Switching sides. Exhale, right knee in. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right leg comes across into the twist. Inhale, back up. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, right foot down. Left side. Exhale, left knee in. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, twist. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to chest. And release the foot down. This time we're going to come in and hold the twist. Exhale, right knee tucks in. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, right toes. Maybe you don't go all the way into the twist, or maybe you bend the right knee if you need to. You can modify. If you want to drop the right toes, you could grab onto them with your left fingertips. Just make sure your right shoulder blade stays on the floor. Breathe deeply here. One more breath. Inhale, let go of the toes, come back up. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, foot down. Other side. Exhale, knee to the chest. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, twist all the way to the right. And again, you don't have to go all the way into the pose. Find your 70%, whatever that is for you. If you need to bend the left knee, make it a little easier. Go ahead and bend your left knee. Attempt to keep your left shoulder blade relaxed down onto the floor. Slow, easy breathing here. When you're ready, inhale up. Exhale, knee to chest. Release the foot down. And then just stretch your legs out long. Check in again. What do you feel in your low back? What do you feel in your hips? Your shoulders and your neck? Don't underestimate the power of these little check-ins to bring you back home, to center you, especially after a unilateral pose. It's really nice to come back to symmetry. Beautiful. As you feel ready, just bend both knees, placing your feet flat on the floor. And just roll over onto your side body. And you're going to come all the way over onto your tummy for downward facing shavasana. And just make a little pillow with your hands. Rest your forehead on your hands. And I'd like you to work with your breath here. See if you can't lengthen the exhalation phase of your breath. So when you exhale, you'll feel your whole body melting or sinking down into the floor. And then on your inhalation, you'll feel your body filling up again. And exhale, sink down into the floor, let it go. Just take several more breaths, resting here, melting down into the floor. When you feel ready, please bring your fingertips next to your chest. Bring your palms flat on the floor. And then when you're ready, tuck your toes under. This is going to be a little different, you guys. We're going to press up, lift the knees off the floor, come into an up dog. Yeah? Exhale, lower it down. Keep your toes tucked. Inhale, press up. Lift through the crown of your head, knees off the floor if you can. Exhale down. 3 more times, just like that. Big inhale floats you up. Easy exhale floats you down. Last one. Beautiful. Lower down. And bring your toes and your fingertips off the floor, balancing on your belly. Just hold it here and breathe. Nice big inhalations, expand your chest. Long, slow exhalations. You relax a little bit. And then inhale, expand the chest. Exhale, relax a little bit. Last time, inhale. Take your hands to the top of your mat, release it down, and relax again. Again, make the exhalation really long and slow and just melt your body down into the floor. Is your breath choppy or is it smooth? Can you smooth it out? Flip one last time, come onto your back again. Just mindfully move onto your back. Bend your knees with your feet flat on the floor. See if you can get yourself centered in your mat again. And then very gently, just take your hands on your kneecaps and let's just hold them. Let's not move. Let's just stay still. Hands on the kneecaps, shins parallel to the sky. And just feel your whole spine from your tailbone to your sacrum, to your lumbar vertebrae, your middle back, your upper back and your neck, and the back of your head. Just feel your entire spine supported by the floor. When you're ready, just exhale, draw the knees all the way into your chest. Turn your head side to side if your neck is tight at all. And prepare for final relaxation. Coming into a position you'll be able to stay for our breathing and meditation. If it feels good, you can just stretch your legs out long. Some people like to put blocks underneath their hamstrings. Find a spot that you'll be able to comfortably rest. And as we've talked about before, if you have a sweater or some socks that you'd like to put on, you know your body temperature will be dropping as you go into the parasympathetic nervous system and find that relaxation response.
Hi guys, I really hope this video has been good for you. Please subscribe to our channel. We'll be putting more videos up weekly, and go to our website, www.amywheeler.com. In addition, you can get on any of our social media at Optimal State.